With the release of the new Pokémon Snap for the Switch, I got very nostalgic when talking to one of my friends who had never played the old N64 version of Snap, which got me thinking about all the other N64 Pokémon games that were so amazing. Snap, of course, Stadium, Stadium 2, Hey You Pikachu, and Pokemon Puzzle League. Huh? You don't remember Puzzle League? Well, hold on to your Pokeballs, because we're going to deep dive this beautiful Candy Crush ancestor. Pokemon Puzzle League is a Pokemon-themed adaptation of the 1996 Tetris Attack game, which, despite its name, had no relation at all to the Tetris series apparently, and all the games following the original, starting with Pokemon Puzzle League in 2000, would carry the Puzzle League name instead of the Tetris name. In these games, the player controls the panels using rectangular cursors on the screen to switch panels back and forth. Unlike Candy Crush, you can only go side to side with the blocks, swapping them, with gravity playing a factor as some things will fall if it hits an empty spot. Extra points are given for combinations of 3 or more, and like Tetris, if the blocks hit the top, it's game over. Making combos can cause trash blocks to appear on your opponent's side, and these are cleared by making a match touching those blocks. Once broken, they turn into more playable blocks. You have several Pokemon to choose from each battle, but unlike the main series Pokemon games, this is simply cosmetic, and there's no such thing as type advantage, even though I will always pick a Squirtle against Brock, because type advantage is still a thing in my mind. The game is very heavily influenced by the anime, and throughout the main story you're going to play as Ash Ketchum, of course, taking on the Puzzle League after being called on the phone and invited Professor Oak while he's on vacation to visit the Pokemon Puzzle League Village. Real creative name, I know, but let's just roll with it. To succeed in the tournament, Ash first battles Gary, his first rival, then all 8 of the Kanto gym leaders, gathering their respective badges along the way. Ash then goes against Tracy, Team Rocket, Giovanni, also making quick work of them. He takes on the Elite Four, which for some reason has Richie from the anime as the first member, but I'm just not going to ask questions on that. He then makes it to the Puzzle Champion, who of course is none other than Gary, who once you wallop one more time, you get a nice trophy, become the new champion. But that's just a false final boss, because not very long after that, Ash is going to be warped into another dimension where the real final challenge is to fight Mewtwo, armed with Pikachu 2, apparently is the official name, and the clone Bulbasaur and Squirtle from the movie. If you manage to beat Mewtwo, Ash is warped back to his vacation spot where he discovers another Pokemon Puzzle Master trophy given to him by Mewtwo. Sweet, I know. There's also some cool puzzle levels in a 3D mode where the playfield becomes a cylinder, which steps the game up a notch. You can also go head to head with Couch Versus and pick from the characters you stomped in the story and choose from their Pokemon to go head to head. But again, type advantage isn't a thing, but if you want to be smarter than your friends, pick type advantage. This game also features amazing background music that is based on the Pokemon To Be a Master soundtrack, as well as the song Catch Me If You Can from the first Pokemon movie's Pikachu's Vacation short. They are mostly just non-lyrical versions of these songs, but they're still amazing remixes, and it really hit me in the nostalgia when What Kind of Pokemon Are You started playing against Erica. So now that I've explained what the game is, I obviously am telling you that I loved it as a kid, and it still holds up surprisingly well for being a 20+ year old game at this point. How did it do as a game though? How well was it received? Well, the critics over at Metacritic gave it an 81 out of 100, which is pretty good in my opinion, with most of the other reviews landing around an 8 to 9 out of 10, and Electronic Gaming Monthly calling it, quote, highly addictive. So overall it did well, and it did see a release on the Wii Virtual Console in 2008, but I would love a new remake for the Switch. Alright, now that we're at the end of the video, let's have a quick little fun fact section lightning round. Lorelei is referred to correctly by her name in this game, despite being called Prima in the anime that it's based on. Jesse and James have a Golbat in their team, which they never do in the anime, as well as Gary having a Kingler, which is less weird, since he had a Krabby, but never knowingly evolved it. And this is also the first game to feature Generation 2 Pokemon, namely Meryl and Togepi, to appear outside of Japan, which is actually kind of surprising. Anyway, that's all from me for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I highly recommend that you play this game at least once. It's a great Nintendo 64 game, and it is obviously usually overshadowed by the amazing Stadium 1 and 2 games, but this is a fun little spin on Pokemon in a way we don't usually get to see. Well, until Trozei, Shuffle, and Cafe Mix, but they're very different games in terms of playstyle, and I want a remake of this Tetris-like gameplay. Either way, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future, and I will see you in the next video.